So I'm using original origami paper. You can get them at any art supply store. And you need a perfectly square piece, just like so. So there's no cutting, it's all folding. And the process is very simple, and I'm gonna go very slow, okay? So you want to fold your paper diagonally and make a triangle. And try to make sure that edges are right up on each other. And the reason why the back is white, so you can kind of guide, as a guide to know not to show any of the white as best you possibly can. And you just try to press and make sure those edges are pretty sharp, because those are going to be your guides when you're folding. So here you have a triangle. Then you're going to make another triangle by folding it long ways into a smaller triangle. Okay. There you go, you got another triangle. So you start off with a big triangle and you fold that triangle in half. Try to make sure your folds are crisp, because those are going to be your guides. Now we're going to take these two pockets right here and fold them flat into a diamond shape. So sorry. And try to make sure you line the white up to where it doesn't show as much as you possibly can. So here we go. So in this little diamond shape, if you turn it this way, you see a square. So you try to just make sure, because you're going to make two pockets, going to be total of 4 little pockets. And you just flip it over and do the same thing. You're taking that one half of that triangle and flattening out. Take your time to manipulate the paper the way you want it. It's going to take some manipulation to get it to act right. Thick paper is very difficult to work with. The thinner the paper, the better, because it's easier to fold and easier to correct when you make a mistake. So you want to make sure that these corners are crisp, and try to make sure you get a little less of the white showing. And so here you see you have diamond shape, or if you turn this way, square, but you have these pockets. See, you have these pockets. If you look at it this way, you can see you have these pockets. This is where you're going to start forming the bird wings. So you're going to take the open part. This is the top part, which is closed. You're going to take the open part and fold into the inside crease like a kite shape. And that's okay if some of the little white shows here, because we're going to be manipulating that a little bit later. But you want to make a kite shape at the open part. See, you have a kite, okay, on both sides. What you're going to do is unfold it. But you got to make sure that your folds are really tight, that way, because they're your guides. So I'm going to unfold it one side first, just like so. And you can see the folds right here. We're just going to fold this inward. Take your time, because I know it can be a little difficult, but like I said, if the paper is thin, it's easier to manipulate. And so your inside fold on the inside of this kite and on the outside of the kite are going to be identical. And try to make the points a little crisp, like so. See, you still have the kite. This is the outside, this is the inside. Okay, and I'll flip it over and do it again. I unfold it inward. So I lift that little pocket up and fold the kite within itself, manipulating the paper and using the previous folds as a guide. Try to make those points touch each other. And making those points as sharp as you possibly can. So here you have your kite. This is the outside, this is the inside. Outside, inside. And as you can see, the inside are the little loose right there. These parts are together. These are the cranes, or the bird's wings. So what you want to do is make sure you manipulate those points as best you can. Take your kite, in the outside part you flip up. And this is your chance to correct any kind of folds. Try to make sure that they're pointy and crisp at the sides. So you flip it over. You see this part right here, you just take the outside kite and flip it up. Again, make sure those folds are crisp and tight. So you have your kite inverted, and at the bottom you have these two loose parts, and at the top, as you can see, are the beginnings of the wings. Now we're getting close to the end. You'll have this towards you, and this part right here, you want to fold in just the bottom half, the loose parts of the kite. So you just take it like so and fold it. And if you look closely, you'll see this little decorative edge, these folds right here. You want that. So this part of it, you're only folding half of that. If you can see, that little loose part is a folded piece, two-part folded piece. So you fold this half again, fold it inward to the kite, and you'll get those little decorative folds right there. You flip it over. I'm still working with the loose pieces. Fold it in right here at the corner. You fold in, and you're only working the bottom. Take that corner, fold it in, as you can see, I've only folded the loose pieces, but I still have two loose pieces. So at this point, we're at a folded diamond. with the two parts that are folded intricately at the corners, the loose ends at the bottom. This top part, these are the wings. So we're about to fold the bird into form. It's a little tight, so what you're going to do is take one part and fold him in and up. So you're going to bend him like a flat right here. So you're folding him in and up like a taco. Pinch it, and you make sure that the neck part is still folded. And you can pull them down just a little bit. Same thing on this end. You want to mimic that. You can spread it open just a little bit and fold him in and up. And fold inward like a taco. The folded side, it folds in on both sides. And it's up like this. And you can pull them down just a little bit. So at this point, you also want to make his head. So you pick an end to make his head. So the sharpest end will be the tail. And let's say this end is a little funny. So I'm going to flatten his head. That's the head. As you can see, these are the wings. And you just pull them out. And you'll see this little diamond shape on his back. Voila. You have the bird.